Thank you, Dr. Tuteja, and extremely grateful to Professor Katoch for setting the tone for the CME. So let's collaborate to take care of our health. And I think he's very aptly set the tone that is One Health really an agenda for India? Yes, definitely. And taking that forward, our next speaker is Dr. G Taru Sharma, and she's the director for the National Institute of Animal Biotechnology at Hyderabad. And she specializes in molecular reproductive biology and stem cell therapeutics for livestock. She has a PhD from ICAR IVRI, and she's developed groundbreaking techniques in germplasm biopreservation and stem cell application. Professor Sharma is a prominent Indian biologist specializing in molecular reproductive physiology and stem cell biology. And she heads the National Institute of Animal Biotechnology and also heads the consortium for One Health in the country. It's a matter of great privilege and honor to invite Madam to give her talk on DBT, the One Health Consortium.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mishra. Esteemed chairs, Dr. Mishra and Dr. Toteja. Thank you very much, our consortia, important consortia partner and dear friend, Dr. Kuldeep Singh. And before Professor Kuldeep Singh, Dr. Puri, the director of this place, you said your host, you are the chief host, we understand. Thank you very much, and as well as names Con. Very respected Professor Katoch, Madam Katoch, esteemed mentor to this consortia, Professor Y.K. Gupta, my colleagues from One Health Consortia, dear students, it's a very fine morning, and as you rightly said, that tone has been set up by Professor Katoch. There are few points. I mean, it was just 2 days back, November of 20th, where Professor Y.K. Gupta was one of the chairs when the country released the first AMR kit from the BIRAC platform. And surely the tone is very much on. And very rightly said by Professor Katoch, is a real visionary. It's not only few things which he's told about setting up Nagpur Institute. The city from where I come, that's a Hyderabad, which houses one of the important institute of ICMR, Narbar. Clearly, we know, sir, that was your brainchild, and it's doing very well. And we understand your wisdom and thoughts that unless, as we said, let's collaborate to take care of our health. So unless we collaborate with the right, professionalism, it really won't happen. Dr. Mishra and Dr. Tuteja, I made a small presentation, but I would respect 15 minutes. And before going for the presentation, I like to just make a couple of, points which are linked with this One Health and One Health Consortia. So that is one, the institute. And as you rightly said, Professor Ayapan, and you were working for that ICAR, ICMR, National Institute of One Health. But I don't know, incidentally, today, the ground reality is that it is only ICMR Institute, but for very many reasons. I don't want to go for that since you inquired about it. That's one. But it's working. And the good part which is happening, as you said, IVRI, yeah, I draw a distinct privilege to be the first batch of IVRI getting doctorate from there. So I've been hearing One Health. But honestly and truly, the approach was not in a consortia mode, in a collaborative mode. So good things were happening, linked with many zoonotic diseases, originating from livestock. So we all understand it's touching 70% and above. All the zoonotic nature diseases, they get transmitted from livestock to human beings, and that's how is the biggest concern. And COVID has taught all of us. So you cannot just keep them aloof. And as you were saying, I think someone said in the beginning, maybe the director of the institute. So people who are living along with the livestock, because we are basically an agrarian country, and our livestock human relationship is middle income farmer or low income farmers, they are all together. And some of the pathogens like tuberculosis and so on are so much transmitted through this, which is a part of the consortia. So with few of these things, let me just impress upon to this important group of people that what do we do in this consortia. If I could have a pointer or something, or should I handle it from here? Yeah. Well, this is the consortia, and of course, they were earlier thinking in ICMR and surely at IVRI also. I would not say ICR, but IVRI. It is 139 years old institution. Many wise men decided. I believe there must have been some wise women too, but then it was a DBT's focused effort where the consortia came into, the action, and this is the effort wherein we have 28 partners. It's a first One Health Consortia which is running very well, and it's because of the consortia people, the groups involved in it, and because of the mentors of the consortia and the funding agencies which is monitoring it along with the mentors. And I'm very humbled, and with the respect, I would like to quote once again Professor Y.K. Gupta along with Dr. Ravindran. They have been really mentoring us, guiding us a lot. So this consortia is housed at, everybody can understand, the pharma or the vaccine capital of India, the Hyderabad. From there we lead, and it's an important institute of the country, National Institute of Animal Biotechnology. It's an autonomous institute under Department of Biotechnology. Tomorrow our secretary, Dr. Gokhale, would be here, who would talk about the recently announced BioE3 policy, bio-revolution. So I better focus only on the One Health. And exactly the motto is human welfare. So the same thing, let's collaborate to take care of our own health, and this is a vision and mission of an important institute, the only institute which is working in the country level, and the animal biotechnology. It's a god blessed institute, works on a lot of things. Enough has been pointed out for the zoonotic diseases. Very rightly, Professor Katoch was mentioning about the zoonotic diseases. So we do have a consortia, but before this, we have had a flagship project which was linking with a bunch of zoonotic diseases, say leptospirosis, JEV, and so on. And we have leads out of it. Institute is just 13 years old, and we have got point of care diagnostics and some of the DIVA capable brucellosis kits, ELISA kits, as well as LFAs. We also have country's first diagnostics LFA for Toxoplasma gondii, which is a highly zoonotic parasite, and that's an antigen-based diagnostic device. So this Zoonosis and One Health Consortia measure, the surveillance and forecasting, and as I said, more than 70%. So the beauty of this consortia is it has 1:1 consortia partner, the medical colleagues as well as the veterinary colleagues. We have wildlife experts as one wildlife center, and we have got a group from Northeast region. I think we are all very much aware. It's CCHF sir has already shown his concern, but it was ASF and now the avian influenza. So avian influenza may not be that zoonotic, but there are some reports. However, the important part is it does, hit our economy, and that's how we are concerned with such emerging diseases. So this is what exactly the consortia is, and we have some important institution like NRC of Meat and Nivedi. So Nivedi is kind of busy for the disease forecasting and disease, basically the modeling part with which they are involved, and NRC Meat on a foodborne pathogen, and these are the major aims, and this is the objective. So we are very clear, and with that, of those objectives we have been moving all through. So I will not just go with that. My aim is not to talk about the project per se, what are we doing. My aim is just to sensitize what the consortia is. So the important diseases which the group decided, I mean, I joined in 2021. Before that, my colleague Dr. Hegde is here, who was kind of giving a lot of inputs to this One Health Consortia when it just started. And they and together sat and thought and decided that it should be like that: random sampling approach for animals and syndromic approach for human being. Documentation is our core strength, and we emphasize a lot. So do our mentors tell us, and we do very many other things. So there's a clear division of work, beautifully done. And many people might think that was the shepherding a big task for this consortia? I'll put it in a humble note. I mean, everything has got its own, ups and downs. But this is a beautifully knit consortia, having important people into it, and one can just read the diseases and the centers, and can just see that how exactly do we do. So it's going on very well. I'm not trying to be hyperbolic for sure. And this is a sample number. I don't want you to see that what all we do. I just want you to understand that what exactly through each cycle the strength of the consortia is, which will be Professor Katoch. We feel tomorrow's gold mine. And our mentors have really been emphasizing we should have a serum repository at NIAB, which we have right now at place, for which we are very happy. Surely we clearly understand that tomorrow, with all the sample size which I'll just put over here, and whatever we had done for wildlife samples, we are going to get subsumed to the National One Health Mission being run by PS's office. So when I go and be part of their meetings, they are very clear and they're very open. But it's taking time, Dr. Mishra. Everything gets time to get momentum. So till that gets momentum and this baton is passed on to them, again, the credit goes to this important team of people who have been working and are working, and whatever outcome would be there, Dr. Katoch, I keep the fingers crossed that it will be in the best interest of the nation. That much of affirmation the team also has. So this is a strategy as a syndromic approach, because they have to go based on the hospital-based cases, and they have been doing tremendously good. I have two important slides to share over here. What do they do? So disease investigation remains a part, and this is the picture of the all our veterinary institutions. Uh, I have just written over there SF and LSDV. I'll not talk about PERS or PC or anything else. Everybody knows that when the lumpy skin disease was there in the country, and Rajasthan was also kind of a hub and a hot spot. So that time, it may not be of a zoonotic nature, immaterial. But milk and, I mean, all of us would agree, all 4 meals we consume one or the other milk product. We start with tea, coffee, and with the curd or whatever. So this was important, and that is why our northeast centers have played a very critical role to that. And when it was there with the wildlife center, so they also reported in the hog deer, especially the cysticercosis cases, when they have done. This credit goes to our Nivedi Center. Our colleague Suresh, Dr. Suresh is here, who would also be doing. So, what are the hotspots? How do exactly do we move? What is the risk assessment? How do we forecast? This modeling is also a strength of the consortia, and I mean, these are some which are for the house to understand what exactly we do and how exactly we move on. So I'll not go in the detail and depth of it. It's an important slide. So what exactly is a consortia said, someone said after 2 years or so. So this circle which has been done over here, different pathogens are shown. At least we are able to mark that particular topography within the nation, that what could be the probable places from where these zoonotic pathogens are moving, or they are kind of concentrating over there. This is the one. Likewise, for second, for our medical partners, this picture emerged out. We are building up better graphs, and when we have a meeting in December, I'm sure we would have much more clearer picture than that, but it's moving. That's the message I am giving over here through this consortium. It's not only that we just do disease forecasting. We do work on tools, reagents, and this is on a couple of it just to give a fragrance what all the consortia has. And off late, I think it'll be in the coming slides. So people do a lot of other things about zoonosis day and so on. Currently, where we are, so this is what is the consortia strength. I like to draw everybody's attention, especially the seniors, Professor Gupta and Dr. Katoch. Evenings are very important, sir. Third line, cycle 2 animal and the sample collected and size and testing done. This number is swelling very well. And again, on a humble note, this is the strength and the repository and the whole consortia owes a lot to acknowledge the mentors of the consortia, and this is going to give important lead and a strength to the PSA's project which is there. So we have a wonderful networking, and that makes me feel that AIMS Jodhpur is, though I came here 4 times, but all of the 3 times to Palace for wedding, today for the first time to AIMS, I don't feel outsider because Kuldeep is our good friend. Anything you say slowly, he'll say, and we do it. And this is what is the studies of animals which has really told. Not to read everything, I had to respect 15 minutes, another 3 minutes or 2 minutes, please, Dr. Mishra. Just 2 minutes. So, last line, if we move on to out of the work the consortia was doing, one of the center, Tanuvas Chennai, they came and they said they are reporting a zoonotic parasite. And this is a kind of strength of the consortia. One thing. Second thing is cysticercosis, I already told through our wildlife center. Second thing is one of the centers at IVRI and along with other one, that is Tanuvas, they are developing PCRs, the diagnostics, for another important pathogen. So these are the things which we have been doing. And when it comes on a human, the last line which is written over there, it's a very important thing. We have a colleague, Professor Maolong. He collected 100 TB positive samples, human samples. We sent it to our veterinary institution for multiplexing, multiplex PCR, and this is the line which came. Another 100 samples are sitting, and we would like to understand what it is, and surely that would be a recommendation from the consortia. So this remains the strength. And then what do we do? What did we develop? All this. And as I was saying, we have standardized for scrub typhus, and these are new to PCR tests which eventually could be utilized besides very many other things. This is the overall societal impact of the project we really feel. At least One Health Consortia, led by NIAB, funded by DBT, supported by medicos, veterinarians, and all, is happening, and happening with the data, which is fair enough, if not that robust. With that, I really thank, and I think this is all I would like to say from the consortia side. Thank you. And if chairs permit, maybe I am ready to take any discussion or questions.
Thank you, madam, for a wonderful presentation and telling us about the wonderful work that the National Institute of Animal Biotechnology is doing and awareness that you're creating about the zoonotic disease and the data and the evidence that you're there. I'm sure that it'll create great public awareness. I'm sure that with are you doing public awareness thing about the people in the society to be aware about animal and diseases with them and what is there? I think it'll do better animal health also.
We are doing, all of us are doing. And that's what I was trying to show the pinch that World Zoonosis Day or TB Day or World One Health Day or World Animal Day. So all the consortia are doing, and we have got a composite list to present because our report card we had to make very meticulously. Professor Y.K. Gupta is a hardcore professional. So we do that, and we are doing it.
Thank you, madam. I think again a wonderful repository and of data that you're collecting, and that will be a great pool to always get into make future policies and plans for the future. Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you.